Good morning. All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Jason. I'm from OKX. We are a crypto platform. We provide exchange services, we provide Web3 services, and depending on where in the world you live, those services may differ. I'm Chief Innovation Officer, and I've been with the company for 8 years. I'm here to share a little bit with you about what we're seeing in the industry today and what we're building and how we're building to make sure users can onboard the next wave of users into Web3. So to start, I want to talk a little bit about the values of the industry and how we see them. I think for crypto and for Web3, a lot of it is about transparency. It's about access, permissionless access. It's about accountability. And those industry values mirror very much our own. We think very heavily about when we bring products and services to users around the world, we think very much with those in mind. And so today I'm going to talk a little bit about how exactly we do that and what that really means for users. To take one step back, when you think about the user, someone that wants to get into crypto, wants to get into Web3, we think about it in 4 broad buckets, and they overlap, and users go back and forth. But really, it's about education. Users need to learn. They want to know more. They want to understand what they're getting into before they even make their first purchase, make their first transaction. After that, they may want to make a purchase. They may want to buy some crypto or trade some crypto. Then, once they're familiar, they may want to withdraw that crypto off an exchange, for example, and put it into their own wallet, their own self-custodial wallet, and start taking advantage of all the things that happen on-chain. This is what we call Web3. It's about self-sovereignty. It's about self-custody. But most importantly, it's about being able to control your own assets on-chain. And so for that first part of the journey, we are a crypto exchange, and we offer exchange products around the world. What we've been doing, and especially over the past 2 years, where there has been a little bit of a lack of trust in our space with what has happened, especially in 2022. And we recognize that. And we've spent a lot of time rebuilding that trust with users by, again, going back to some of those core values of our industry: transparency, accountability, accessibility. What we've been doing at OKX is focusing on all of those, frankly, but let me talk about accessibility first. Crypto is global, and we spent a lot of time investments over the last 2 years making sure that we become more local. We get closer to our users, closer to our stakeholders around the world. We recently got our licenses in Dubai and in Singapore. And here in Brazil, actually, a few months ago, we set up and launched our local Brazilian product. And when I say local, it means we are truly on the ground. We have 20 people here based in Sao Paulo. I see some of our colleagues here in the audience. If you want to say hi to them, please do. But we have over 20 people here in Brazil, all the way from our customer service to people that are working on our product, making sure that it's suitable and it's a good experience for local Brazilians. Another aspect is transparency. We talk about transparency, but what does it mean from an exchange perspective? As an exchange, we hold customer balances. We hold customers' digital assets. And it's supremely, supremely important that users know that we have not done something bad with those assets. We saw this happen in 2022 with some of our competitors engaging in fraud and whatnot. So proof of reserves. This is something I want to spend a couple minutes talking about. We're very proud to be a leader in pushing for proof of reserves. This is a tool that allows users to independently verify that their assets are tracked and then represented on-chain. And you can go verify that the exchange, us, has not gone and moved or done something with your assets that you did not expect. And so we've been doing this for 17 months now consecutively. We have over 450,000 public on-chain addresses that you can go check. And we cover a wide range of assets, over 22 covered. And so we're very proud to be a leader in that front. And I really encourage you to, if you're a user, go try this out. And you can verify that we have not manipulated or misused your assets, that they are still there. Moving on to the Web3 side of what we do, I mentioned that users are buying crypto, they're trading, and we've seen a lot of rebound in activity, in price also, but also in activity over the past 12 months. When users buy crypto on an exchange, oftentimes we encourage them, we educate them, you can do more with your crypto. You can, number one, take it off the exchange and self-custody it, put it into a wallet, and own your assets. These are your assets. You should own them. And so what we've been seeing over the last, this is a number over the last 3 years, the number of on-chain transactions has really exploded. Even though we sort of are coming out of the depths of a crypto winter, we're still seeing tremendous amount of on-chain activity. Users are making transactions on-chain. And by our estimate, over, what does that say? 12 times, we've seen a 12 times growth in the number of transactions over the past 3 years. An incredible amount, and we think this is actually undercounting some of the newer networks that we haven't quite tracked yet. And it's not just on-chain, actually. Users are moving on-chain, and they're moving into a multi-chain world. And I'll explain what this means. This means that users are not just using one type of crypto. They're going back and forth between anything from Bitcoin to Solana to Ethereum-based networks. They're doing a whole bunch of things. And they're doing these across different networks. So interoperability is becoming increasingly important as these new use cases and transactions happen on-chain. And so that's why we built our wallet to be multi-chain at its core. We built a wallet where, again, as I said, self-custody to start. That's most important, safety, security, but also for users to be able to do basically anything they want to do on-chain. So our wallet supports 90 different blockchains and networks. It supports over 10,000 different decentralized applications. There are built-in native experiences that allow you to work across, integrated in the app itself, work across different decentralized exchanges across various different blockchains and networks. So 400 plus different decentralized exchanges that are connected right there, all in a very easy way to use. And we do that also for NFTs. We integrate and connect over 38 different NFT platforms and marketplaces. So if you are interested in NFTs, you can just use the app. You don't have to really worry about whether that NFT collection lives on Solana or somewhere else. It's a very powerful tool, and we're really excited that this is the direction that users are gravitating towards, multi-chain. And of course, I would need to talk about user safety. When users are taking their assets into their own hands, safety is obviously a concern for them, but also it brings back to the accountability part that we want to instill. We want to make sure users have the best information that they can to make sure that they are empowered to make the best decisions they can do. And this is a ranking I pulled last week, a third-party site that ranks wallets based on their security features. We're right up there on the top. We know we have more work to do, but we're very proud that we've built in features to allow users to get information before they transact with any smart contract protocol, for example. We've worked with third-party auditors. They give a score, a safety score, and we present that right up front to users so they can assess whether this is something they want to do. We also have built-in alerts where if users want to interact with a new game or a new protocol, we will alert them if this token or this protocol is on any sort of phishing list or any fraud list. If you're being potentially phished, going to interact with a domain that looks like something that you may not want to, we also give you alerts. We've given over 2 million of these alerts since the feature was launched last year, and users are very they feel, they see that these safety systems are appreciated by the community. And lastly, on the wallet side, transparency, again, is just supremely important with how we do this. We're working on a journey to open source more and more of our code. We've already open sourced many modules within our wallet, and we're continuing to do so over time. We're also working on open standards. We're collaborating with the community to make sure interoperability is key, right? Make sure our wallet and other protocols work together. We're contributing code, we're contributing time. We're also working on future standards with the community. Again, making sure that users that want to get into Web3 can do it in a very easy, seamless, and ultimately safe way. I didn't put on the slide here, but I do want to talk about our support for open source development. We've given out $1.5 million to open source Bitcoin development over the past 4 years, something we're very proud of, and again, shows our commitment to building with transparency and supporting the community to do so. Giving you a peek into the future a little bit, we just announced our Layer 2. This is a Ethereum-based Layer 2. We just announced this 2 days ago, so very, very fresh. But what we're thinking here is, again, with that openness, with that transparency, allowing users and any developers, if there's anyone here that wants to work with us to build on X Layer, that's the name of our Layer 2, please do come and say hello. Over the past 2 days, we've already seen a tremendous response. We've had over 200 different decentralized applications and protocols have already deployed onto X Layer. We're very keen to see what comes next. This is a permissionless layer that users can build with very low fees and very high accessibility into our OKX ecosystem. So we're very excited about that. And then finally, I just want to end on the education piece. I've talked a lot about our products, but we work a lot beyond our existing product suite and existing customers to make sure that we can educate and help the next wave of users learn about crypto and what it's all about. We're very lucky and fortunate to have great brand partners who also want to do that. They want to work with us to get Web3 to their fan base. This is a series of videos, stories that we recently did called My Fabric. And I encourage you guys to go check that out. It's on YouTube, it's on Twitter. Who knows who this is? Right? We're in Brazil. Anderson, fabulous, one of the all-time greats, goalkeepers. We're very proud that this came out 2 days ago, so this is perfect timing. We did a story with him. And what we had in mind was how do we show some of the values of our industry, how we work, and how do we connect that with how sports works? How do Manchester City players think about their values and how it connects with us? And so this video is fantastic because in this video, he talks literally about the importance of honesty and transparency, how that works within his team, but also within the broader context of sports, but also accountability, how you have to be accountable to your teammates for your actions. And we take those values at heart also. And so I'm going to end it right here. Again, the industry has gone through a little bit of turmoil over the past 2 years. I think we've come out stronger. We've built new tools, new products. We're now local here in Brazil, and I think that's a tremendous step for our team. We're here to work with you, work with the industry, hoping that we can bring those core values that we've always had in the space, transparency, accountability, and bringing more access. We hope we can do that all with you. Thank you.